Well, it's Cam again. So this is like another document I found on the document cloud. Um, it's basically some correspondence back and forth between Epstein's attorney and the prosecutor in the whole case, like I think the 2005 or 2006 time frame. But anyway, you got envelopes here with that's the actual prosecutor for Florida. And then just this is one of the I think it's this Goldberger dude. I think that's who wrote this. But anyway, he's trying to discredit one of the plaintiffs in the Epstein case because I think because of her face or not Facebook, the MySpace stuff. If you watched any of the videos yesterday, the young girl, she was talking about smoking pot. I think there was drinking, sex, like just sex with like people her age, not like Jeffrey Epstein, but and then shoplifting. And there was maybe something else that she was basically bragging about on the MySpace stuff. I didn't really see nothing or really anything but the putts, where she mentioned it. But anyway, this is June 22nd, 2006. Barry Kreischer, Florida State Attorney's Office, 401 North Dixie Highway, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. And then regarding Jeffrey Epstein, and dear Mr. Kreischer, I wrote to you to confirm our meeting with Lana on June. Lana Balalovic, the lady. Anyway, it is our hope that in light of the recent developments in this case, which we have set forth in our letter on June 5th, 2006, our meetings and herein in particular, the fact that there is no sex alleged, this case can be disposed of with, at most, an informal agreement or more appropriately, no charges filed at all. As you know, it was only at the June 1st, 2006 meeting after 8 months of investigation that you and I both learned for the very first time, and I do believe to our collective disbelief that the allegation of the girl did not raise the slightest hint of actual sex. Up until that point, we had all been laboring under the assumption this girl had alleged multiple sexual encounters with my client. In fact, as you are aware, it was with this in mind that we hired George Slattery, a highly respected polygraph expert who unequivocally confirmed our client's long held position, both that there was no sex and that the girl clearly stated she was 18 years old. Since we now know with certainty that there are, in fact, no allegations of sex and no sex occurred between my client and this girl, I would ask you to consider your previous statement to the effect that you would not bring a touching case, no sex, no charge, in fashioning an appropriate resolution to this matter. As we've discussed many times, the girl's credibility is highly questionable and has been severely undermined by her actions over the past few months in repeatedly changing her age on her webpage, first 17, then 16, then 15, and posting graphic nude and suggestive photographs of herself, boasting about shoplifting, underage drinking, smoking, and having sex, being observed by the police as clearly on drugs, and running away to an unsafe drug location. With this background, it has certainly taken a while to sort things out, but the agreed to facts of this case are that this girl was given or driven to my client's home with the express and sole purpose of providing a topless massage. She told my client she was 18 years old. She received her agreed upon $100 or $200. Before leaving, she wrote down her phone number and stated next time she wanted to bring her twin sister along. My client never saw her again, and most importantly, no sex occurred. It was only several months later that we are led to believe one of her parents, both of whom have criminal records for fraud, contacted the police. Finally, as you consider your options, I quite frankly think it unfair to give much weight to the pressure being brought to bear by law enforcement. Their comments, which have been brought to my attention, certainly indicate at a minimum of a lack of objectivity. With all this in mind, I believe that it is only just, especially now that we are both certain there was no sex involved, that your office ought not to prosecute this case. However, given the totality of the circumstances, coupled with the fact that a Google search is now a forever reference on any job application, I believe that the girls involved, my client, and all concerned will be better served with that worse an informal resolution of this matter. Certainly, it seems preferable to filing a charge that we are currently that we all currently concede would likely not succeed if brought to trial. I appreciate the personal attention you've given to this matter and look forward to your response. Very truly yours, Jack A. Goldberger. So this is just one of the letters that he wrote back and forth to Lana Belalovic, the prosecutor. But I'll keep recording. Just give me a little bit. The dog is bugging right now, and I guess needs to go back outside, even though she just came in. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.